to 9 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get ready and start our class today. So sorry about the mix-up on Monday. I should have sent out an announcement that I had to change that kind of sort of at the last minute, so I apologize. Today's class, even though kind of sort of the sun's coming out a bit, we are going to combine some moon salutation flows along with some stretches afterwards for like inner thighs, outer side body, and kind of hit those places today, which moon salutation does as well. And new moon coming up on the 9th of February and offers an opportunity to kind of be reflective, new beginnings, stillness. So you can kind of think about that perhaps in a moment as we set intentions for our class. So props you may need for this class, maybe a block or two could be useful, especially if you have issues with your knees. We'll be doing a couple of deeper squats. You don't have to go that deep, but it might help you with support and if you have some weakness in your quads. And that should be it. Maybe a strap for at the end when we do a couple of the poses and stretches there. So, all right. Let's find a comfortable seated position that allows for your aligned spine. You can do easy pose or half lotus. Hands can be in your lap, on your knees. If you want to kind of be more open and send the energy out, you can have palms open. And if you'd like to draw the energy a little bit more inward, then you can bring your thumb and middle finger together or thumb and index together. They both are effective. And then slowly start to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Start to feel your presence on your mat. Feeling your body start to settle in to this present moment. Letting go of all that came before, without worrying about what needs to be done after. Letting this be an opportunity for you to reset and really go within. As you establish a smooth and deep rhythm with your breath, start to focus more and more on the breath, just as an anchor in your practice and to evoke that stillness. If you'd like to set an intention for today's practice, again, with the new moon coming, it could be something around new beginnings, stillness, reflection. And to seal that intention that you've set, you can bring the palms together at heart center and gently draw the chin in and down. And then lift the head, open the eyes, and we'll begin class. We'll start with modified sun salutations. So we're going to come onto our feet. If you do think you may want to block, you can just have it near one of them near the end of your mat. And we'll be starting, if you need to adjust your camera, we're going to be facing the long edge for the most part throughout today's practice. So starting at the right end, in Tadasana position, if you need to for balance, you can take those feet a little hip width apart. Start to settle down through the feet, lifting the arches, relaxing the toes, and drawing energy up through the legs as you balance out the pelvis. Shoulders down, face soft. And then bringing hands together at heart center. We'll go through modified moon salutations and start building toward the full expression, but you can always stay with modified. Inhale, take both arms up overhead. You can interlace everything except your index fingers. It kind of looks like that. And as you lengthen through the body, draw the shoulders back down. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, powerfully reach through the arms over towards the right. So lots of energy out through the arms, rather than just dumping, because that's going to be painful. It's a powerful reach, both feet planted. Still breathing. Inhale, coming back to center. Keep that length and exhale, powerfully reaching to the left. Pretend like you're between two panes of glass and you're not rotating forward or back. Inhale brings you back to center. You can take more than one step if you need to take the legs wide, turn the toes slightly out, and bend into the knees and elbows into goddess. You can stay here, just look at things I'm pointing out. Knees are back and lined up over toes. Tailbone is reaching toward the mat. Shoulders stacked as much as possible over hips, and squeezing those shoulder blades to feel the upper back muscles engage, fingers spread wide. As you inhale, straighten the knees, straighten the arms. Setting up for Trikonasana on the right side, we'll spin that left foot in. Make sure the right toes are in line with the short edge of your mat. Powerful reach through arms and legs, keeping the left shoulder blade back as you just bend at that hip. And if you need to, you could certainly take your fingertips to that block or the floor. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to rotate your body. We're going to start moving into Parvottanasana. So you could keep that block there. You may want to move that back foot over. Squaring your hips toward that front edge of the mat. We'll inhale and fold forward over that straight right leg. Don't worry about how far. You might be a little stiff right now. So just breathe into wherever you are. Focus on alignment and breath. As you inhale, lift up a bit. I like to take my back leg a little farther back, especially for this first round. As we drop that back knee softly, trying to land slightly above the kneecap, untuck the toes, and bring the hands either to heart or up by the ears for a lunge. Still lengthening the tailbone so you don't get too much of a bend in the low back. Trying to line biceps up with ears, heart lifting. One more inhale there. As you exhale, bring both hands to the inside of your right knee. Tuck the toes under on that back foot and lift the knee. You may find a block handy. You can place the hands there for support as you rotate all 10 toes toward the long edge of your mat, or right toes slightly out, and start bending into the knee, keeping the hips back, so I'm not leaning forward, keeping the knee safe over those toes, dropping into a squat. I'm trying to press the outer blade of my left foot into the mat. You might be up here, that's totally fine. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side, so just gonna straighten, turn those toes more straight, left toes a little more out, and start bending into the left knee, pressing the outer blade of the right foot. So this is kind of a modified version. We're doing it a lot slower to point out some of the details. From here, we're gonna rotate around to the back edge of the mat. So we just spin around, kind of undoing what we did on the other side. Back knee is straight, and then release it to the mat, untuck the toes. When you feel planted firmly, you can bring the arms either to heart or up by the ears for your low lunge, knee down. And then bring the fingertips to your mat, tuck the toes under on the back foot, lift the knee. You're probably gonna wanna slide it in slightly and over to the right as you slowly straighten the left knee and fold forward over it. Maybe this is far enough, maybe you need to be higher. Next, take your left hand to the inside of your left foot or onto your block. Take the back foot over just a bit, moving into triangle, Trikonasana. Powerful reach with the right arm as you pull yourself all the way up to standing. I'm gonna move that so you can see. We're going back to goddess, so adjust the feet a bit, toes angled out, bend into the knees and elbows. And if you find your knees are kind of rotating in, try adjusting your feet a little closer so you can really keep those knees over the toes. And then inhale, straighten the knees and elbows, interlacing everything except index. Take as many steps as you need to step back. We're going to now be at the other end of our mat. Hands to hearts. Oops, I forgot, sorry. We're going to reach to each side again. And then back to heart center. That completes half a cycle. We do the same thing starting at this end. I'll stay with those modifications, slight variations for you. So inhale, reach up. Powerful reach with the arms. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Step out, preparing for goddess. And exhale, bend into knees and elbows. Inhale, straighten the legs and arms. Left toes out, right toes in, front heel to back arch, into triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. One more inhale there, and exhale, release your right hand down. You may want to adjust and bring that right foot over even more for your forward fold, Parsvottanasana. Moving into a lunge, start bending into the left knee and spin to the ball of your back foot. If you prefer to keep the knee up this time, you could. Otherwise, just take it back to the mat. Hands come to the inside of your left foot. If you want your block, bring it along with you. Start rotating the feet, coming into bend to the left knee. You could move into this variation if your knees and body allow for it. Toes toward the sky, palms together at heart. You can put the hands down if you want to help shift over to the other side and move into your expression here. Hands can come down as you rotate, spin around, preparing for your lunge. Taking another breath as you're in your lunge. And exhale, hands come back to the mat. Tuck the toes under on the back foot, lift the knee. If you'd like to, take it slightly to the left. As you begin to straighten your right knee, lengthen your spine, and fold forward over that right leg. So if you're like me, there'll be differences. One side's a little looser. My left knee is a torn meniscus, so I have to be a little careful on that side. Really tight hamstrings, so I just honor where I am. Moving into Trikonasana, right hand will come to the inside of the right ankle or on your block. It can even come on your shin as long as you're not waiting on it. And left hand to the sky. Inhale, come all the way up. Adjusting the feet for goddess and bending in to elbows and knees. Straighten the knees and arms. Arms overhead. Moving back to the other side of our mat. Reaching to the left. Back to center. Exhaling to the right. Back to center. Hands at the heart. That's one full cycle of moon salutation. We'll continue to flow through 2 or 3 more full cycles. If you need to take a break, just rest in your Tadasana until you're ready to continue. We're making our way to full expression, this time as an option. Inhale, arms overhead, powerful reach, shoulders down. Another inhale here, exhale, reach right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, stepping out, and exhaling with bent elbows and knees for goddess. Inhale, straighten the arms and legs, spinning the left heel in, right foot out, Utthita Trikonasana. Gaze can be down, straight, or tuck the chin to look up. Another breath in there. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down. Hand on each side of that foot as you adjust your back foot if needed, squaring over that straight right leg, folding forward. Keep breathing even if I'm not talking about breath. As you inhale, you can move into those lunges that we've been doing, or you can choose to go into Warrior A, Virabhadrasana A. Bringing hands to heart. I'm going to start rotating around and bending into the right knee, into any expression that works for you. Nice. So if you don't need your hands, you can just shift over to the other side. But please do what's best for you. Never force. And then you can rotate around, use your hands if you need to, but if you're going into Warrior A, you'll keep that back leg off the mat, adjusting the feet. Hands to heart center. Again, you may want to slide that back foot in if you were in Warrior A, and straightening both legs. Pull that left hip back and fold forward over that straight left leg, making adjustments to keep the kneecap facing the toes, the crease at the top of your left thigh moving back, space between the feet, kind of like railroad tracks, to feel more balanced. Moving into triangle again, feet adjustments may be necessary if you want to stick with alignment of the feet. I do. Powerful reach with that right arm, both legs straight, muscles firing. And right arm will pull you all the way up, turning the feet for goddess and bending knees and elbows. Nice. Straightening arms and legs and bringing the arms up. We'll step over to the other end of the mat. Exhale right, back to center. Exhale left, back to center. Hands to heart center. Okay, getting the other half of the cycle from this end. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, feel yourself strong through the legs, strong through the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze the ears with your biceps. Inhale, center. Stepping out for goddess. Inhale, straighten legs and arms. Turning the feet for a left side Trikonasana. And moving into that pose, keep that right shoulder blade back. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, release the right arm down as you adjust the feet if necessary. Squaring over that straight left leg and folding forward. To triangle pose, lift the torso a bit. Left hand on the inside of the left ankle, block, or shin. Opening the right arm to the sky. Squeezing the thighs, relaxing the toes. Keep space, rib cage to pelvis on both sides as you come all the way up. Oopsie, and adjust. Why did I do that? Yeah, hold on. I feel like I messed up for a minute. No, we're good. Okay. Suddenly my mind just kind of went off into my own world. We already did goddess. Hold on, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's so weird. All right, well, let's gonna go from goddess. Okay, straighten up. We just did that side. So we're gonna just bend into the left knee. So start opening and bending into your left knee. Forgot to kind of move around for my warrior. That's where I kind of messed up. Sorry about that, guys. See, it doesn't matter how many years you've been teaching. Sometimes just poof. Where was I? We'll go to the other side. We'll rotate around for your lunge or warrior A on the right side. Straightening the right knee, adjusting the feet, and folding forward. Bring the torso away from the leg. Right hand on the inside. Start opening the body up for Trikonasana, right side. Left arm will pull you all the way up to standing. Now we'll go to Goddess. Straighten up. You can step over to the right. And bring hands down. I think that was a partial eclipse of the moon on that side. All right, we'll go through one more full cycle. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, step out. Bending elbows and knees for Goddess. Inhale, straighten for right side Trikonasana. Coming into that pose. One more breath in, and then exhale for Parsvottanasana, folding over that straight right leg. Inhale, bring the chest away from the leg and decide on lunge or warrior A and move into that pose. Preparing for all toes to face the long edge of the mat as you bend into the the right knee. Any version of this that works for you. Powerfully squeeze the glutes, shifting to the other side, keeping the weight back, and careful where your knee is. Spinning around for lunge or warrior A. Holding that pose, but not holding your breath. And straightening the front leg, folding forward. Preparing for Trikonasana, chest away, powerful torso and legs with the left hand on the inside, opening up. Keep space between shoulders and ears. And as you inhale, come all the way to standing. Preparing for Goddess, adjusting the feet and bending, squeeze those shoulder blades back, belly in, tailbone dropping. Nice. Straightening everything. Arms overhead. Stepping to the left. Take a nice stretch over to the right as you exhale. Back to center. Exhale left. Back to center. Hands to heart. Nice. Let's finish up this half. Inhale, arms up. Exhale left. Inhale, center. Exhale right. Inhale, center. Exhale, step the right foot out. Breathing into Goddess. Inhale, straightening legs and arms. And exhale into Trikonasana. Notice especially the space between your left bottom of your rib cage and left pelvic rim. Keep space. As you exhale, bring the right arm down. Adjust to square over the straight right leg and fold forward. Oh my gosh, you guys, what is wrong with me? I'm doing this again. We're supposed to be on this side, aren't we? So warrior one over here. I'm gonna have to delete this recording and redo it. And then straighten the leg and fold forward. I think it's because my left leg is really, really tight and it's wanting extra attention. And then bringing the torso away for Trikonasana right side. Bring that self all the way back up. Moving into goddess. Straightening everything up and stepping over to the right. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Hands to heart center. And just take a moment in mountain pose Tadasana. And with eyes open, I'm going to make our way down to the floor. Thanks for playing along with my losing it a little bit there. And we're going to kind of do variations on Janusharasana A. We'll start with our right leg. So you're going to extend, instead of straight forward with your right leg, take it slightly over to the right. And then your left knee is bent. Going to open it to the side and slide the sole of your foot to the right inner thigh. And then kind of adjust your body as much as possible to square over that straight right leg. You can use a strap around your foot if you'd like. Otherwise, you can just reach the arms up and exhale. Really reach first. Try to keep alignment through the spine. Use those torso core muscles and slowly start to fold forward, releasing the hands to the floor or your strap. As you inhale, pull a little bit away from the leg. And as you exhale, as a little change up, you can take that left hand to the outside of your right leg, lower leg, and start kind of pulling yourself a little bit more to the right. And you'll feel a really nice stretch back through here, kind of hitting a muscle, the quadratus laborum, hard to reach spot. And just sink in with your breath. But even if you're using a strap and your arms for leverage, try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Use your biceps a bit. Keep grounding through both sit bones. Just slightly squeezing the right thigh, toes to the sky on the right foot. As you inhale, come away from the leg. And now we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of your right foot. You can hold on to the big toe. As you take the left hand, you can just place it behind your back and kind of rotate to fold down. Elbow stays on the inside. For a deeper stretch, that left arm can come over and around and maybe find the thumb of your right hand and think about kind of pulling that left arm back. Really feel a nice stretch if you keep grounding through your left sit bone. But it's fine to be here or have the hand behind your back. Just make sure you're breathing. And wherever that left arm is, take it to the sky, pull yourself up. We're going to place it on the mat behind you. Sweep the right arm in front. Start lifting the glutes and bringing your hips forward. Right arm back, breathing into that front body with the right outer blade in the mat or on the floor in front of your mat. And then releasing back down to the mat with your sit bones. We'll just keep the right leg where it is. Left knee up and then out to the side. So you're sitting in a V, preparing for a variation of Konasana. It's kind of an Utthita Konasana, extended Konasana. So legs are in a V, not too wide, kneecaps and toes up or maybe even slightly back. You can use your fist to really check that you're not rolling back, sinking into the low back. And maybe they stay there and that's enough of a stretch. But if your inner thighs need a little bit more, you can take the hands in front and start slowly bringing your chest forward. Again, I'm trying to not round the back, otherwise, because I'm going to miss where I want it. I want to feel it in my inner thighs. So slowly sink with your breath. Make sure your feet haven't gotten lazy, but toes are up. Knees are not rolling forward. They're staying up to the sky. And just breathe. We'll have a second opportunity for this pose, so don't need to go too far. Just 2 or 3 more breaths here. Next inhale, start walking the hands in if they were forward and bring your chest back up. May want to adjust that left leg in just a little bit. Going to bring the right leg just for knee safety. Bring the leg forward first, then bend at the knee, open the knee to the side, sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. So we're going to rotate our body slightly to be over that straight left leg. Inhale, reach up. We have a variation of Janu Shavasana A. As you exhale, fold forward. And then again, to really kind of hit that quadratus laborum on the right side, you can take your right arm to the outside of your left lower leg or foot and kind of pull your energy more to the left, to the outside of your left leg. As you inhale, come away from the leg a bit and bring the left arm to the inside and place hand or forearm there. Option of holding on to the big toe. First 2 fingers on the inside, thumb extended up or touching. And the right hand can come around with the back of the hand simply resting on your low back as you roll that right shoulder back, or take that right hand out, up, or all the way over. Maybe finding your thumb as you try to pull your chest through. Think about, you won't necessarily do this, but think about rotating your chest up towards the sky a bit. Careful to keep the neck long and softly rotating, never straining. As you continue to breathe, allow that right sit bone to sink down into the earth. Perhaps noticing a difference on this side or not. And take that right hand to the sky, pull yourself up out of the pose, right hand plants on the floor behind you. Left arm sweeps in front as you lift your hips up and forward. You come on the side of your right shin, hips forward, chest open, nice stretch. From left fingertips to the outer blade of the left foot. And slowly release back down. Good. And one more time, we'll just take that right knee up to the sky, move it over, and make that V position again for Utthita Konasana. Toes and kneecaps either up or slightly back. Hands help adjust your pelvis so you're not rolling to the back of your glutes. Stay there with the hands or come forward. And with a long, strong torso, core muscles engaged to help you hinge at the hip joints rather than round through the back. When you feel your first point of resistance, just pause. Breathe in. Breathe out, maybe sink a little bit lower. Then students may prefer holding on to the big toes and keeping the shoulders back, elbows wide, and coming forward that way. I don't mean advanced students, I just mean if you want a little bit more heat or you are comfortable with this variation. Just a few more breaths here, letting your body respond with the slowness of your breath to relax. As you inhale, start to bring the chest back up. Good. Bring the legs in. You shake them out a little bit. And we'll move in Paschimottanasana, west side intense stretch, seated forward fold. Legs are straight or maybe slightly bent to allow for that strong spine, possible strap around the feet. If you'd like to, arms can come up overhead, and exhale, gently take yourself forward. For the first portion of the stretch, try to keep the spine aligned. So we're not rounding the back. We're just getting a stretch more through the hamstrings, the back of the legs. And then on your next exhalation, you can start to round the back a bit as you bring your body a little closer to the legs. Hands wherever you need them. But toes to the sky, kneecaps to the sky, shoulders away from ears as always. Checking in with that intention that you set. On your next breath in, you can start to bring the chest away from the legs, walk the hands back. I'm gonna just finish with a little spinal twist on the mat. And then if you have time to stay there, I encourage you to move through a Shavasana. You can just kind of mute me if you wanna continue when I'm finishing up the class. So just take your body around to be able to fit on the long length of your mat, and carefully bring yourself all the way down onto your back. Let's take a nice long stretch first though. Reach fingers and toes, straight legs, straight arms, powerful reach, squeezing muscles. And then as you exhale, bring the knees into your chest and the forehead to your knees. Release the head and shoulders back down. Maybe circle out the ankles. And open the arms out to the side, straight out from your shoulders. In a moment, we'll take both legs, both knees to the right. So inhale here in the center, and exhale, keeping the legs glued together. Start to lower them towards the floor on your right. I like to kind of lift up my right shoulder blade to pull it to the right and slowly melt both shoulder blades back down onto the mat as I look out to the left. Take your gaze back up towards the sky. Use your strong core to bring the knees back to center, thighs glued together. Readjust and make sure your spine is centered. And then exhale, both knees to the left. I'll lift up the shoulder blades to flatten them into the earth as you gaze to the right. Let that right ear sink down into the floor. As you inhale, take your gaze back to the sky, thighs glued together, core bring the knees back to center. For one more squeeze in, release the feet to your mat. If you want to move into Shavasana from here, please feel free to go ahead and straighten the legs and move into that. Otherwise, if you need to do that later and come out of the class, you can roll to one side. Press yourself back up to a seated position. Find easy pose or half lotus opposite than how you started the class. With spine aligned. Noticing how you feel now compared to the beginning of class. And recognize that this is now a memory. This sensation, this feeling is available to you to pull up at any time throughout your day, if you choose it. You can bring hands back together at heart center and open your eyes. Thanks again. And I am really sorry. I mean, gosh, when you're doing a live class and the mind does whatever it does, so the body does whatever it does. Thanks for just going with it, and hopefully you still got a nice flow and some calmness out of the practice. I'm gonna just stay on for a second in case either of you have any questions or anything, but I'll stop the recording here. So thanks everybody that joined live, and the rest of you watching the recording, you'll pause where you need.